cannot wait any longer. It is April the 23rd or the 24th. One of those days. It's past our last frost date. We have a couple of cool nights coming in like the 48th. But look at this. Do y'all see those plants? Those plants are suffering back there. And I'm not about to let all my hard work go to waste. So we're gonna start planting this stuff out. Like everything. Everything. It's gonna be a long one, y'all. Hey guys, I'm Christina at Godly Garden and Homestead. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a gardener in Virginia in Zone 7B. If you are not new here, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. We're so excited to have you. Yeah. So if you've been following along on the journey, then you know that most of our cool season crops are spent. They are done for. I'm just trying to find a way to preserve them. I tried to water bath can, but then I was doing some research and people was talking about botulism and all of these things, and you shouldn't be water bath canning low acidity foods and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I remember doing a paper about botulism in high school one year, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill my family. So I'm like, no. So I found a really cool pressure canner that eventually I'm gonna try to get. It's a couple of $100, so I'm gonna just wait on that. So in the meantime, in between time, we just gonna be freezing stuff, and I'll probably get a vacuum sealer. Yeah, I'll probably get a vacuum sealer. My aunt does canning, so maybe I will get her to can some stuff for me. We have so much stuff that needs to be planted out. Like, I usually do plant stuff out around this time. So yeah, this year I was trying to be a little bit more precautious for the cold weather coming in, but it's not freezing temperatures or anything. And then in the days it's like 70s, 80s, like that. So we should be good. We'll monitor it. We've planted out all of our tomatoes already, and they're still alive over there. We got one that has some tomatoes on it already. So yeah, it's time to start planting this stuff out. I haven't even watered this stuff, so it's looking really, really sad. Like, look at this over here. It's just looking sad. So for the most part, I have everything mapped out. I think what I'm gonna do is start with the peppers. I'm gonna start in our grow bag section, and mostly everything is going in 5-gallon bags except for our tomatoes, which are in 7-gallon bags, and our squash, zucchini, eggplant. I know our peppers are going in 5-gallon bags. So here are our peppers that are in our 2-inch pots. We have some that are in cups, but I'm gonna plant these ones out first because those might be extras. And I'm also gonna clip off a lot of these little flowers, unless they've already really started forming, like this one right here. Everything. All right. It's an early jalapeno. All right, got my hori, and we have our mixture, which is espoma plant tone, bone meal, blood meal, and worm castings. This is gonna provide a slow release fertilizer to our plants, but then after we plant them, we're gonna give them a liquid fertilizer, which is going to give them immediate nutrients to prevent transplant shock. And we don't have to plant our peppers deep like our tomatoes. But I am going to break these little stems off down here. That's good. Then again, if you're not new here, then you know we don't do no measuring. We just eyeball stuff. Okay. Alright. And we want to get our plant established. Get those roots going. So we're going to pick off all the little flowers. I know I don't have enough of these tags, so I'm gonna use forks and spoons. Also the label, February the 10th is when I started these. And there we have it, our early jalapeno. We started the seed on February the 10th, transplanted it April the 24th. I'll stick that in there and move on to the next one. And that's basically how I'm doing it. I'll leave space for a herb, flower, or both. Okay, so all of our peppers are now planted out. Now we need to plant out over here our tomatillos and our other, what's that thing called? Ground cherry. Bring our moringa out. Plant our moringa right here. Bring our other one out. What we have over here, we have our Oregon spring tomato, and as you see, we have 2 tomatoes, well, 3 tomatoes growing on it already. We planted 1, 2, 3 grand bell peppers. We have, I tried to plant at least 2 of each. 2 early jalapenos, 2 Jimmy Nardellos. This is our other Oregon spring, no, this is a Roma. These are 2 Roma tomatoes. We have our ground cherries right here. This is our garden leader. We only have 1 of those. Our Pasilla Bayo pepper. I don't know how that's pronounced. We have 3 of those, but I'm going to give the other 2 to my aunt. So I'm only going to plant one of those. We have 2 tame jalapenos back here. We have a nacho jalapeno, which is supposed to get really big. We have 2 sweet banana peppers down here, a cayenne pepper, let's see, 2 pretty and sweet, and then all the way at the end, a mini bell pepper. So we only have 1 mini bell pepper, 1 cayenne, 1 pasilla baño, and 1 garden leader. The rest have 2. So we shall see. I did pick the flowers off of most of them, except for this middle bell pepper, because the flower was dying back. So that means the pepper is starting to grow already on that one. And plus we have 2 more of those. So I'm not really concerned if something happens to that one. That's all of our 7-gallon, no, our 5-gallon bags and buckets. We have 12 7 gallons. I think next I am gonna get the squash and cucumbers planted over here in these bags. And my tomatillo, I think I'm supposed to wait for the tomatillo too, but we just gonna plant everything out. If the stuff dies, then we'll just start more seeds. We have a really long growing season. We have like over 210 days of growing. So, and if something does die, I can always go to my local nursery and pick up a plant if something dies to replace it. Yeah. I'm just looking over there, all that stuff that needs to be harvested, because I know probably 2 beds will be mostly empty. I see bees flying on my blackberry tree bush. Babe, you forgot a plant. The strawberry that's hanging up right there. Did you water that one? My husband's out here watering my plants for me. I didn't even ask him to. And he filled the rest of my grow bags for me this morning while I was asleep. He got up early and filled the rest of my 7-gallon grow bags. I'm like, yes. So that's why I'm out here planting today. Okay, we have everything planted out over here. All of this is our squash and zucchini. We got 1 watermelon. We got 1 watermelon over there. We still need to put our moringa back here. And then we need to get 1 more grow bag for our eggplant. And then we will be done over here. We still got to plant our cucumbers on our trellis, Malabar spinach. And then I think the rest are herbs. Yeah. And all this other squash that I have over here, that's for my aunt. We're getting close. I'm gonna go ahead and plant out everything else. Oh, I need to start some bean seeds. And what I think, I need to start some bean seeds, but I think I'm also gonna go back through and just put squash and zucchini seeds beside these ones, because they're looking a little sad right now, but it could be just because they're dry and they need water. We'll see if they survive this 48 dip, and then if not, then I'll just put more seeds. Actually, I'm gonna wait to see if they survive, then I'll put more seeds out if they don't. I planted the goji berry also, and the baby moringa back here. The big moringa is on the porch up there, that little green speck. That's the big moringa up there. So let me finish planting this stuff out, and then tomorrow we'll worry about starting to harvest all of this stuff. I need to get bags, freezer bags and stuff. Some of the corn is coming up. I don't see this squash right here coming up, so I'm gonna give it a little while longer, and then I'll plant some more squash. And also, I'm a little concerned about my onions, because look at them. They're looking real floppy. And I was watching Asia. I was watching Asia over at Yellow Door Urban Homestead, and she was saying, ow, what in the world? She was saying that her onions looked like that, and her onions did look somewhat like my onions, all flopped over. And some people told her to trim them, and then some people, she said a lot of people told her not to trim it. And I was going to come out here yesterday and trim mine because I looked it up, and ChatGPT told me to trim it. But I don't know, maybe I'll trim a couple of them and then not trim the other ones, and then see if there's a growth difference. But also, I kind of wish that I would have put them in a different spot, because now they're not getting much sun. So yeah, they get like day sun, but not afternoon and evening sun. I mean morning sun, but not afternoon and evening sun. But my potatoes over here that I decided, because this is the first time I put anything over here this year, this is where all the sun is coming in at. So I'm gonna put my sweet potatoes right there. I moved my grape bush over here. These are all the potatoes that we planted out in February. They're looking good. Our cardoons is looking good. I forgot, I need to plant the comfrey. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna plant the comfrey out, let's see, out back here in this bed out there on the other side of the fence, because it's not edible. It's not edible. I'm just gonna use it for fertilizer in the garden. So I think I might plant it out there. Well, I was talking to somebody in one of my garden groups, and they were saying that to be careful, because one of the comfrey, one of the types of comfrey is very invasive and one is not. And if I'm not mistaken, I really think I got the invasive kind. But that's okay. If it takes over that whole bed, then that's fine by me. I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, we need to plant beans in this big bed. We already planted our bean seedlings out, our dragon tongue, goodness gracious, tongue twister, dragon tongue bean seeds. We planted those out, but I need to plant out the green beans. I see the the peas are coming up, so that's good. Harvard. Oh, look at this big old nasty little thing. Where you think you going? Look at that. Yeah, so why I keep calling them beans? The peas are coming up pretty good. I feel like we're about to have a whole row. Oh, yep, and there's even some coming in right here. So that's good. This whole row is going to be covered. So all of this will grow up the trellis. I don't think we're going to get a broccoli. Yeah. It's looking real stemmy out here. Oh, look at the aster. The asters are coming. This calendula is going wild, and so is this cilantro right here. Okay, so in here I am going to plant. There's peas coming up right here. Okay, so over here I'm going to plant Malabar spinach, some cucumbers, going all in here and all through here. Malabar spinach, cucumbers, and then some winter squash. The winter squash is vining, so it's not going to take up a lot of space, and we'll trellis it in the front of the trellis and mostly on this side, because we have our tomatoes that's going to be trellised in the back. This worked pretty good last year, me growing the tomatoes and the cucumbers on this trellis. Now we're going to be adding squash, winter squash, so we shall see how it goes. It might be a little too much, but we'll just make sure that we are constantly heavy feeding it and all of that stuff. So yeah, All right, let's figure out what cucumbers we're going to do. I have some sour Mexican gherkin. You know, they look like little cucamelons. I have, look at that, another one. I was just out here yesterday. These things be hiding. See, I don't spray. I just pick them and kill them. I ain't got time for that. When I see them, I'll pick them. If I don't see them, then hey, happy snacking for you. And they've been snacking, y'all. They have been snacking. I'll probably also plant the sweet potatoes out. I'm not sure. But I know some of these flowers need to be planted out. I'm not going to get everything planted out today. But as long as I can get majority of it. And I really wanted to get the peppers planted and the squash and zucchini. So all of that is planted out. So I'm happy about that. I do want to start my bean seeds too. So let me go up here and get my, what am I planting? The cucumbers and stuff, and then we'll move on from there. All right, so we are on day 2 now. I got tired yesterday. It was just a lot of planting. So I'm pretty sure I planted most of everything that I needed to plant. I watered everything, but I was so tired I didn't even fertilize it. So today I need to fertilize everything. But right now I'm starting to process and preserve the leafy greens before they really start bolting. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? Oh, I accidentally pulled up my radishes and I cooked them and ate them last night. They were actually really good. I really don't like radishes because they're like spicy and like have this weird taste. But I sauteed them and they actually came out really good. So what I'm gonna do, I have some cabbage that I harvested. And so I'm about to blanch that. I'm going to blanch it and then I'm going to freeze it. And what else do I need to do? The chard. oh my goodness. So I'm about to harvest some chard. I'm going to do it in batches, small batches. I'm not going to harvest like everything at once. I'm going to do one leafy green at a time. That is going to help me. So the cabbage, I'm waiting for the water to heat up so I can blanch the cabbage. And now I'm about to harvest the chard, because the more I harvest, the more it'll grow. And the chard is looking big. So let's go ahead and harvest the chard that we have. And last night, or yesterday evening, I was so tired. I wasn't even going off of my map that I had for my layout for the garden. I was literally just planting stuff anywhere. Well, the herbs. I was just planting herbs anywhere. So I got some stevia over here. Why did I plant the stevia over here? I don't know. Look how big that chard is. As we cut it, we are encouraging more growth. This makes me real sad. And we can do like a chop and drop too. Alright. That's it for that bed. Look, I just left plants out here last night. Let's get all of this back here. This chart is like, harvest me. I've been sitting here. So we have the rainbow chard, ruby red, and forward hook. Actually, no, this is a 5-color chart. I didn't plant ruby red. This red is just part of the 5-color. Swiss chard is one of the leafy greens that will grow all year round. It does very well in the winter, and it does very well in the summer also. Look at this. This is definitely going to flower. It should not be that tall like that. I think that is cat soy. And now that I'm looking at this, one of these are supposed to be black night cat soy. I don't see no blackness or no night. We got a great harvest of chard. And my water is basically boiling already boiled for my cabbage. So I'm just gonna dump my cabbage in here. And we only have another cabbage. So we only have one purple cabbage. The other cabbage, I jarred that up. While that was doing that, I went ahead and got my cold water for my blanching. So what blanching does is it cooks the greens, the vegetables, for a quick amount of time. So it's just going to barely cook it, but it's going to seal in the color. It's going to seal in the freshness. It's going to seal in the nutrients, all of that stuff. So we cook it just for a couple of minutes, and then we will take it out and put it in our ice bath. This, dump it in here, just like that. And I should have used the basket. I should have used my little steamer basket. That would have made this easier. Someone put them in these the little silicone cupcake things, and I might do that. That way I can freeze them and then not waste a whole big Ziploc bag, and I can just put it in a small little Ziploc bag. Yeah, I might do it like that. Next time I'm gonna use the basket for the ice cubes, so I don't have to sit here and pick these ice cubes out. I'm just gonna squeeze this out to get some of this water out, because the more water we have, the more chance of freezer burn. Let me see if I want to try it in these molds. And you could do this for like spinach and everything. I thought this was such a cute idea. Have our little cups filled, and I'm gonna pop these in the freezer, let them freeze, and then when I take them out, they'll be in these shapes, and then I can put them in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the freezer. Next, I'm going to wash and prep the Swiss chard, and I'm also going to save the ribs of the Swiss chard, the stemmy part. because these ribs are like crunchy, like celery. And so you can save these and add these in soups and stuff like that. So I'm going to blanch and freeze these too. I'm going to chop them up. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to give me some breakfast because I woke up not too long ago, took my daughter to school, walked the dog, started this, and haven't eaten anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll be back. And of course, in true Christina fashion, I totally forgot to come back, show you the frozen Swiss chard, the frozen cabbage, show you all of that stuff. I ate and then went back outside and totally forgot. So forgive me. But if you did stay this long into the video, thank you so much. We are so thankful and grateful for all the support and love you guys have been showing us. We are just thankful to be able to share our journey on our little small part of the world. And I pray that our videos have been encouraging you to get out and start growing something. Whatever size garden you have, even if you don't have a garden, even if all you have is a back porch, a patio, a pot, and some soil. That is all you need. So get out there and start gardening. Again, if you did like this video, make sure that you hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to our videos and hit that little bell notification so that you can get notified every time we upload a new video. Happy gardening.